Whoa. Hold on. Come again.
I know when you black side Russian, head concussions. When you can't hear them, I go feel it, say. When your finger mash no bother cry, me say. Alright then, them picking up body. I'ma tell you them ready. Me no need no glass for see. Them force right. I'm too bad company. Some little picking it. Now take no talk a straight road, a street life. Mama little princess gone bad. That this little angel broke out. Mama little pearl, tell me say she ready for the world. Walking out, just another good girl. Gone bad one, she was a good girl, but now she gone bad. Story of a good girl. Gone bad, I should have known what she have. Driving the family man, good girl. Gone bad one, she was a good girl, but now she gone bad. Story of a good girl. Gone bad, I should have known what she have. Driving the family man. She got so hard, who she impressing? The shortest clothes them she's always dressed in. She loves to drink
and the smoking
and ecstasy. She's already floating.
Me say a holy bomb on them can
it up on. Can we say that on? It's not me saying it, it's Conscience and Tyrus Riley. Good evening and thanks for joining me. I do apologize for the late start, but them say in a church it's better to be late than never, right? It's better to be late than never. Let me say good evening to the flame. Hey, the flame. For some reason, people might always scroll to the lower part of the screen because we're not set apart there on here. Melrose, good evening to you. Good evening. Thanks for those of you who stick and stay no matter what, even if it's art or DJ playing. And let me say good evening to the one and only, the brother where if I never him don't want to on ear right now. Yes, Herbie, please don't call me and tell me say no, is God make me there on ear. The last time I say I think military brother Gary called me and wake me up and make me wake up, and brother Herbie called me and put me in my place and say no sir, and a brother Gary make you wake up, and God make you wake up, sir. You want to know what I mean, right? Anyway, in studio with me this evening is off a phone ring. Am I phone or your phone?
Your phone, brother.
Me now no phone. My phone not ringing. Me are you on pop like?
No, my phone. A notification I go.
Yes, man. Mm-hmm. So no turn light and rasta all the while,
Yeah, tell you.
Lady Fame Nidus is in the building here with me this evening. I'm not scroll no more. Anybody else attack? The people I'm gonna switch long time. But with day here, and like I said, I prefer late than never. Several things going on in the news. A lot of people don't want to talk about. I just saw a release from the embassy, so I'm going to share it. I saw it on Twitter. So that's all I'm going to say. I'm not discussing it. We're not talking about it. I'm just sharing news. So the tweet said, as of August 2021, diplomats from all over the world bilateral mission to the United States are accredited for a maximum of 5 years. At the conclusion of the 5 years period, in the absence of a waiver approved by the department, the diplomats are expected to end their tour with the bilateral mission and depart the United States. Ambassadors charge the affairs and deputy chief of mission are exempt from the 5 years accreditation policy. It goes on. Under that, there's a line, and then it says the United States and the Jamaica to enjoy close ties based on shared values, trade, culture, tourism, and vibrant diaspora community in the United States. All right, so let me give you a little information on that. I was going to say the backdrop, but it's not the backdrop. So there are two ambassadors from Jamaica who this year, as of August, their diplomat whatever expires, because you get 5 years to be a diplomat in America, right? So what is coming in the news now, what I just read a while ago from Twitter, U.S. Embassy, is that those Jamaicans have their time has ended, and America at this time is not going to extend it. But that is that. Anything else you don't know, they'll keep it to themselves. Good evening, Mr. DP and guest. This is from Ingrid. Hey Ingrid, I hope you come on tonight, you know. Melrose say, good night, sister. All right. So what are we looking at this evening? We have two topics. And I think I want to split it. I promised you guys on Sunday that we'll be looking at men and women in advanced age, and maybe I need somebody to define what is advanced age, because me the things are 40 old till me past 40 now, and me still not feel like me out of my 20s. Now I just feel like you're out of your 20s.
No, but me look it in a brother, Koya.
No, man, me know people are great from them in a primary school, so that no counts. That no counts. I'm tell people.
I want to say, no, I feel good, brother. I'm kind of clear the 40 boundary there for a minute now, and I feel good. You know, no high blood pressure, no ailment, just big and fat, and have some black pepper grain.
And guess what I'm learning? I'm learning that like women are liking it, and I mean, you know, in their 30s,
yo, for real, bro,
they're digging it. Yeah.
So I went to work and a grown woman, and I said grown woman, I'm talking a woman could be my mother. So behind me and say, hey, don't die it again. It looks sexy.
I think me did tell her.
I'm like,
not the sexy part. I think me tell her say, yo, brethren. Because you know what me think, and this is my conspiracy theory. So a couple of years back, I saw a few strong. And I was dying, let me confess. I was dyeing my beard. And I realized, in no time, like me, I see more. So I say, you see them wicked dye people. And then me I say, but this is how you make money. So me think say them put something in it for darken your ear for a couple of days. And then now it will start gray the rest of them. That's how me think. That's my theory. So me
any game can play, you know?
Stop that and just make it thing. And yeah, so that's where I'm at right now. So yeah. So I see somebody saying they say something about dialect, and I don't know what it is. Just send it back because they said in dialect. All right. So we're live. This is Caribbean Radio HD3. We're live all over the world. Let me say big up to management of Caribbean Radio HD3, and thanks for those of you who are my faithful listeners who, no matter what, you know, say FDP no come on, you know what I say, and we rush home and we try to beat it, but that's how it goes. Again, I do apologize. So the song you hear me playing, Conscience featuring Taurus Riley, Good Girl Gone Bad. That is against the backdrop of this story that published over the weekend. And wherever you're listening, please like and share and tell people Sephora can come in at the dance, because the party are going to start about now. And it's titled, When Girl Give Male Teachers Hell. Educator relates experience with 15-year-old psychologist offer reasons for juvenile behavior. So let's jump to the article and then the discussion will start. Where were we? An unbuttoned school blouse, a note on his desk, and a brazen admission that she was not a virgin. These were three experience that drove a fear into a male teacher who was being sexually pressured by an underage grade 10 female student. The 15-year-old girl's action sent the man running to the school administration for assistance before the perturbing situation could perceive in any way as a relationship. Quote, I was in class and the class ended and children were going to another class, and the young lady came up to me and was pressing herself against my shoulder. I don't remember what I said to her, but she looked at me and asked, quote, what? You don't like women? I said to her, you're a child. And I'm reading from the Observer. Publisher. Well, you go see it. Can I call them name? Though that was it, I thought that was it. And soon after, I left the room. The man told the Jamaica Observer, and this was published just Sunday. Right? Continuing. About 3 days later, the business administration teacher went to the staff room after a class and saw, quote, a little envelope with his name on it. No, she brazen for real. She got a staff room in the Nidus with his name on it on his desk. It was another inappropriate attempt by the young girl. Quote, I opened the envelope and in it was a note to say she likes me and she know I like her and we can meet at a certain place at 3 o'clock the day. I immediately went to the guidance counselor with it. Immediately we spoke about it and she said that if I'm uncomfortable, I must let the principal know. I went to the principal with the matter. Continuing, the man is adamant that these things happen in schools occasionally, and said, though he is not making excuses for the girls, quote, I know they have hormone challenges, but some of the young girls are just forward. I wasn't the first, and I know I was definitely not the last. But it's just a matter of remembering that you're an adult and this is a child. This is your student, and so crossing the lines is not an option. But I don't think that some of my colleague teachers are as strict with the rules for themselves. Now, exactly what I said this, so you know. And so there are times when we fall, and sometimes there are consequences, and sometimes there are none, he said. The man said after he made the internal report, the student was called in by the administration and was spoken to. He thought that would have been the end of the ordeal, but it wasn't. And for those of you just joining us on Caribbean Radio HD3 and wherever else, let me say good evening and welcome. I'm reading from a report in the Jamaica Observer that was published on Sunday. This teacher sharing his ordeal with a female student at his school. And Nidos is here as guest. We'll be having a discussion about this, and of course, you guys know you can be a part of the discussion. All right. So continuing, he said it wasn't. She came back to me. She said she is not going to hold it against me, and that she thinks I have a big penis. All right, the Santimonous Christian, then please, I read here. Not get too offensive. She think I have a big penis. She said, and why am I repeat that a while ago? She said she was not a virgin and not a child, and that I must not feel as though it is done because I reported her. Oh, so this is a threat. She's saying, don't think it done because I report you. He told us on the Observer. He added that there was another incident in which the girl walked up to him on the school compound with her blouse unbuttoned. Quote, when she got to me, about 3 buttons on her blouse were unbuttoned, and I could see her bra and the top of her breasts. And so from there on, I made sure I was not in any classroom by myself with her or any other student, because you don't know. I even discussed it with a couple people in the staff room, and the PE, that's the physical education teacher, had said to me that he too makes sure he's not alone with any of the girls, he said. So here's now from the psychologist, Dr. Leakim Samaj, pointed to a client he had some years ago who who sought, his services because he was having depression. The man was a teacher in a secondary school and highlighted the pressure he was under from the girls at the school. Quote, he was trying his best not to give into it. It was part of why he actually came to see me, because it was getting harder and harder. Parts of him wanted to, but another part of him knew that it was wrong, he said. Samaj told the Sunday Observer that a male teacher is oftentimes at unique phenomena. It's just one of two of them, and then half of the girls are attracted to them. He became an ideal male. For role model is an authoritative figure. Women and girls are attracted to power, whether the power comes in money, politics, business, sports, or music. Any powerful male naturally attracts females, and it starts from teenagers. Yeah, let me just finish the article. So when we start talk, we just are gonna start talk. Many times girls first fall in love with daddy. Girls want to marry somebody like daddy, but picture the average girl who either doesn't know who her father is or has no father figure in the house. So I always tell me, say, once you have a daughter, especially, I mean, the son need you too, but Regine, trust me. The closest male authority adult to her is a male teacher, so it must be an important part of the teacher's college curriculum to help male teachers learn to prepare for that and not violate that. He added, the teachers are supposed to be trained professionally. Teachers College should introduce. All right, we don't need to hear no more from Lakin Samaj. Let me say thank you very much to the doctor. Thank to the observer. Let me jump over here, because as I said, me I go get in everybody comment as long as I send them. Good evening, DP Unfiltered. Good evening. Blessings. Sir, what a big up yourself. DP, me there, brother. Nah, go no way. All right, see it there, I like that. Arlene S, good night, brother DP and everyone. Wow, she's brazen. That's from Dollar Tree. Good for him that he stood his grounds. Dollar Tree says she too brazen. She need pepper. Hey, you see that pepper something there? Me ear say back in the days, mothers used to put pepper in the daughter's private part when they're acting as if. And I said, set up a teacher. Correct. I agree. Him for doing all right. I respect the teacher for standing his ground. That's from Melrose. Nidus, hearing about this, what comes to your mind?
I mean, I've seen it. I've seen it.
Talk to me.
I went to high school. First and foremost, there's a few factors that cause this. One of them, absentee fathers. A second one is that for most Jamaicans, talking about sex to their kids is a taboo. Then girls mature before boys.
Faster, they say.
Faster. You understand what I'm saying? So when boys, I think, go run up and down and go play a gun war, girls start going through puberties and start having
and planning family and weddings.
You understand? Secondly, well, my God, hold up already. Then you have mothers who are push their daughters out there to get someone of age, someone who is working to help maintain the family or feel send her through school. You understand? So there's a lot of factors that goes into there. And then you have some dirty, worthless male who are some of them impotent and can't, I don't know if it please a grown woman and look to prey on the young girls. So there's a lot of factors that cause it. But the pepper thing there, you ain't go burn for a minute, brother, because let me tell you this. You see, if they want to do it, irrespective of what you could have put them in a grill.
Yes, I'll after I cool off.
Brother, once it cool off.
Yeah, even Cartel sings about it. Cartel sing about the girl coming over and she say her mother go beat her feet, but when him look a couple of weeks after, she right back. So
Well, me can tell you about a deal later.
I don't know if you want to talk about it, but while I was reading, remember, say you did a stint at the library.
Well, yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Any
Yes,
interesting? Can you recall any
A lot, brother.
similar to this, or that?
A lot.
Me reading, I said, but hold on, I write this. Me having, I know just without, not just actually experiencing as an adult in authority and dealing with it.
I did on multiple occasions too.
Mhm.
Not only as not only working at the Jamaica Library Service Port Antonio branch, but also working as a firefighter. I've experienced it.
Okay.
You know,
That's authority again, uniform.
One vivid example. I remember this young lady. She's on my Facebook, so I'm not going to call her name.
Please don't. Can't take a lot.
Actually, go in if you're familiar with the Port Antonio Library. She goes in the passage where the public bathrooms are to go in the adult library, and she actually lift up her uniform and do a 360 to show me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And what age you think she was at the time?
I think she was probably about 14, 15.
Wow.
But then I have one even more brazen than that.
Mm-hmm. As long as it's clean enough for radio.
No, it's clean. I remember going to
make it big.
I was an active member of the Port Antonio Police Youth Club, and I went to a retreat, a summer retreat in Taki Comprehensive High, and I was playing ball, right? So the very next summer, that's when I started working at a library, and I'm teaching summer class. My age group was 14 to 16, and there was this particular young lady that just separated herself from the group, went by folly to play netball and do all kind of different activities. Mm-hmm. And she just separated herself and stand close to the water. So I go over there and I said to her, you can't be doing this. You need to be where the entire group is. Mm-hmm. She said, they're kids. I can't do that. I'm like, no, we need to go over. She said, can I have a mature conversation with you? I said to her, how mature are you to have a mature conversation with me? She said she's 15. I said, you're not mature enough. She said, but can I ask you a question? I said, yeah. She said to me, do you believe in love at first sight? I said, no. She said, well, I do. I'm like, okay, that's good. Let's go. She said, have you ever been to Taki Comprehensive High? I'm like, yeah, last year I was at Taki. She's like, you play soccer? I'm like, yep. She's like, you wear number 6? Yep. Red and blue jersey? Yep. And she told me she saw me there for the first time and fell in love with me. I'm gonna get scared of this girl. I actually left and went to the other 2 staff members, and I'm like, yo, y'all need to go talk to that girl.
Yeah.
You know? So, yeah. And then another experience, I went out in the community and, you know, talking to people about fire safety, and one guy who I went to school with saw me and asked what was going on, told him, he's like, can you go over there and talk to my mother? Went over there, mother introduced me to her daughter. Mm-hmm. Next thing you know, mother said, our daughter, we're going to get a fireman.
Mm.
You know, so there are a lot of experiences.
Why you say that, Melrose, and I don't know if this is switching the what we're talking about, and we tend to do this, but Melrose says a lot of these big men only want young girl, especially nowadays, old man, and these young girls not taking no talk from their peer. They want bigger. Okay, so she balance it. She balance it. She talk about the young and the, but I can, you know, maybe of myself. Let me just say this. But there are records in the Bible, because me not nobody but me.
Well, me not forgive myself. Me can't tell the truth, brother.
There are records in the Bible that shows that older men used to have younger girls. So
no, but hold on. You see, a few other things, right? Now for these older women who quote unquote say they're independent, them not gonna maintain a relationship. Because, you know, a man wants a woman who's going to be his peace.
Brethren, left apart then a man we are split up issue, you know. We are going to discuss the advanced age, guys. Sound like that tying right, that's the way I say.
Okay, all right.
We're going to split it, so couple more minutes, we're going to stay on this, and then we're going to move over, because on Sunday, I did promise my listeners that we'll be talking about, I saw this post where somebody say, a woman that is in her advanced age, and let me read it instead of paraphrase. When a lady is beautiful, educated, have money, but still single at advanced stage, what could be the problem? And I shared it on my page, and then I say, yeah, the answer is exactly what I say. The answer easy, but I'm going to read the comments because, and what I did was, I don't know if you saw it, Nidos, I intentionally switch it and replace it with the man. And I am going to read the comments and we're going to have a discussion there too. But we're going to talk some more about this young girl. I'm on break now from Caribbean Radio, I think. Lady Flames will tell me. Am I on break, Lady Flames? I think I'm on break. Although I can listen to it right. So I never want a feedback go on. But yeah, we're supposed to take a break 5 minutes to the hour. So let me check. Let me check to see if I'm actually on break. Let me check. Yes. What? All right. Still I hear my team up play. So that let me refresh and see what happened here. But if you are hearing me, yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why my team is playing over here on this side. Maybe I need to refresh. What my producer say? No break. Okay, good. No break. No break. Thank you very much. So we're not on break. So we're gonna talk some more about this.
You know, me just realize that your background, something wrong with your background.
What wrong with my background?
One S miss no tight.
That's the unfiltered.
No,
Thursday,
underneath that, the time.
Tuesday 8 p.m.
S missing.
Hey, and you do it. So I'm glad that
you and I'm do it right.
You know, say every time I think that it just say 8, so I just work with it. Tuesday.
I'll correct it. I'll correct it.
Hold on. Yes, I want S missing. Oh yes, TUE. Yes. Tuesday. Bridging. That and I want how close that year now we are do that. Fix it if you want. I don't even care at this point. Thanks for the observation. Yes, we break, no break. I couldn't see something, but there was no break. So and so I am saying now, Nidos, how should we go back to the days then that to prevent stuff like this, which I think it really makes sense, but I'm still gonna ask it, where we only have females in high school then as teachers?
No, so you're writing about it, brother. You're writing about it. You see, sometimes you have to set clear boundaries. You understand? And inadvertently, some of us flirt and not even realize we are flirting. You know, because sometimes some people drop some hint and we are naive enough and think, oh, no, they don't mean anything by it. While that is the very same thing they meant by it. Yeah, you understand what I'm saying? So we just need to go back to basic. But the thing about it, the first and foremost thing is this. Many, as a teacher, as a male teacher, and mothers, parents send their child out. You know that you should know and hold up your standard to know that, you know what, this young girl, she might look good, have some stiff Ray look Ray and Tay, but you need to maintain your dignity and know that you don't go there.
Yes.
You understand what I mean? So it starts there because guess what? As a caller said, a lot of these kids don't have parents at home. And I can remember going to my daughter's kindergarten school. And when I went there, you know, to basically, the first time she's going to go there. So they wanted the parent to come and stay with her for a couple of times for her to just to feel good, to integrate her. And the teacher pulled me aside before I go in there and said to me, please don't be alarmed if these kids try to come to you and want to be around you and want to even try to sit on your lap. I'm like, that sit on lap not gonna work. She's like, I understand that, but you know, some people come in here and they're alarmed by it. But the thing about it, a lot of these kids don't have fathers in their house. So by them seeing you come in the classroom and your daughter is doing that, they're gonna try and do it also. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm gonna tell you this, and I said this before. I said a lot of mothers make deadbeat fathers. You understand? But me, I'm gonna implore the man them, brother. You see, if you have a daughter, irrespective of the challenges that you are going through with mom, be there for your child.
Yep.
You should be there for your both son and daughter. But especially daughters, they are so vulnerable, and you don't want no man to teach them the things them where they should not teach them at certain age. Exactly.
And this is and it's funny you said that because we're about to wrap up the segment. But even I think it's over the weekend I saw the officer in charge of St. Mary Division saying, and I think we did even cut it off too. Yeah, man, me cut you off. I have it. She was reporting to the parish council, and she was saying that domestic abuse something going up, and a lot of the girls are being molested by guess who?
Family members.
Not just family members, the mother's boyfriend.
No, but Damien, the youngest child in the world to give birth is at 8-year-old, and the father was her 40-year-old stepfather. This happened in Brazil. Youngest girl to give birth, 8-year-old. So more likely she probably get pregnant when she has 7.
Yeah.
By her 40-year-old stepfather.
Yep. I remember one time I was on Styles and I sat in for Colin Anthony. I used to do that every Saturday. Well, not on Saturdays. I used to enjoy it too. And I remember talking about it, and I say, yes, I find the audio I'm going to share. And it dawned on me, dropping on my spirit, Nidos, where mothers, especially when there is a split, they tend to be overprotective of who the father is with. And of course, the other woman is styled as a gal. And I'm not calling anybody a gal. I'm saying what is styled as. But I'm like, but again, even with the police, I'm going to play the audio and go hear it. I'm wondering if women do this vetting thing, because I think some of the time them too, when the mother them claims that them a move on, them just got there with somebody just to try spite or bun the father. But then the child end up getting, because like I say, I'm going to say this straight, before I get married and whatever, I always say, and before my son born, I always say, if me not like him mother no more, I steer there. What if it's a daughter? If it's a daughter, because I couldn't imagine another man around my daughter. Like, yeah.
No, but you're writing about it.
Would be all right, but you know.
You're writing about it. You know, so most of the time that happen because the adults is not over the situation. You understand what I say? Because if you are, things happen.
True.
And give me 2 seconds.
Okay, let me play that in the meantime.
No, I'm not sleeping. Yeah, are you hearing me?
Hold on, may I try to play that audio, Nidus?
Because sometimes they're afraid because they're put in fear. And they're afraid.
Let me start it over.
Which is why she made this appeal to parents. I want to continue to implore family members, look after your daughters. Listen to them, watch them like hawk. Because sometimes they're afraid because they're put in fear. And they're afraid to speak. Examine your children, examine your daughters, because there are persons out there with warped minds who are messing with these children.
The commanding officer, in the meantime, used the opportunity.
So she was saying, and I didn't catch that part of it. I started recording when she finished talking, but she was saying that a lot of the girls in St. Mary that were being molested was by their, she never said stepfather, because stepfather different. Me don't know if me right neither, but me feel say if people not married or live together, then shouldn't even use the step whatever. So but the police officer said, me agree with her. These girls, these girls, children are being molested by their mother's boyfriend.
You see,
mother's boyfriend.
You know, Damien, I got 2 daughters. Not a violent person. Boy, oh boy. Anyway.
Not say it. Anyway. Don't say it. I see Marcia here saying their fathers too. The flame say, yes, examine your children.
Their fathers molesting their child?
No.
Examine?
Where the police still are talking to the mothers and saying, but here what happened, Nidos?
Hold on. Before you say that, I'm going to tell you something. And more ladies don't come for me. Because I know me a go phone right now. You see, most of the problem that we are having with our kids, it's based on mother's behavior, you know. Because mothers support some foolishness, you know, brother. You understand me? I say?
Yep.
And I have the privilege, because people hear me talk and believe I'm a bash woman. But what I try to do, I try to enlighten women and let them understand a certain thing, the way a man thinks certain way. Some of the stuff them are not just on a data, you know. You guys are setting up your daughter.
or allowing them to dress, because
Exactly.
especially American pitney, when them reach 12, 13, and them feel like say they must dress like them a big woman, and you have, because I don't understand it.
Damien, you never got this up.
My 12, 13-year-old
You never
leave
got this up, brother. Look
in a
here.
certain way.
Mother and father, put them on a scale.
And them
Daughter
got
come
about
home and tell
fashion.
mommy, say, mommy, me have a boyfriend. Mommy's all excited, you know.
Naidos, me can share something with you? I was working at this place, and the boss was sharing with me, and he was so upset. One white man too. He was so upset. He was like, yeah, my daughter, she has a new boyfriend now, and I'm more happy. The girl just turned 16 and start driving us. So that means before 16. And I'm happy with this one now because the dude used to come over and he'll be in the room and the door closed, and then I have to drop him home, and they're in the back seat and he's laying on her lap, and sometimes I feel like just hit the brakes at the light and have him. I said to the man, I say, yo, I could have never want Jamaican this. Which boyfriend in a over house and drop home carry home and sit down in a back seat and me no, because he was basically saying he knew that they were doing stuff in the room and in his car.
You see, that's the problem, brother. That's the problem. A lot, as me say, me tell you something. Mothers, most of the problem that we are having in today's society with this kind of stuff, it is stemmed from mothers' behavior. Because you what I think about it, you know. Yeah, someone want to do something about it, you know. But you see the problem with them, I go through with the mother, then just go so. And hands up and left something alone, you know.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Stop, ladies, stop. What is so excited about your teenager having a boyfriend? Mother life didn't tell me. What is so excited? Oh, she have a boy.
And then guess what happened now, Nidos? Because I've experienced this where when you are try set the thing straight, your ear. So wait, when you did that whatever, and I'm like, okay, that should be a sign. Because me know when me did do as a teenager, me I try protect, but yeah.
Brother, you understand? Listen to me. Boy, oh boy.
Sister El Max says, I always wonder why God didn't give me any daughter, because him know me head not right. And I think that's the same trend you're about to go and us with the
hold on it. When me say mothers, you know, me don't want anybody believe it's an absolute 100% I'm talking about, you know. Because there's always, you know, when you have the survey, there's always the plus and minus. But at the end of the day, irrespective of how strict and what the mother implementing, you know, if that's what the child want to do, the child are going to do it.
Yes.
Me know girls with their mother broke up broomstick on them can catch him with man, and next day they go and see him place again, you know.
Yeah, man. See him, man.
You understand what I say?
We have our first call, but let me read this. Dollar Tree is sharing with us that Bridging, the clothing industry don't make children clothes anymore. I think that's a lie. Let me just straight up.
I think it's a lie.
That's a lie.
You know what buy it.
Let's jump to the phone. Hello, good evening, you're live.
Yeah, good night.
Mm-hmm.
When you have an incident back home, I want
volume there, man.
Data.
Call a volume.
Still not here?
But about half dozen. And in call a boyfriend. Come cry well to our river Coca-Cola.
Wow, hold on. What you say? The mother pepper the daughter, and the daughter call the boyfriend and say, come and go river go cool off.
Yes.
Wow.
And the next day, them go live together.
What age?
Well, in our team.
What age?
Was in our team.
Like where? Which part of
Yeah,
18? The big part of 18 or the little part of 18? The big part of 18 or the little part of 18? Which part of the teen?
Early teen.
Okay.
Maybe 13, 14 years old.
Oh, okay.
But Carla, when you find out so your child start having sex, you know, brother, and the worst thing for you to do that, you know, because you are sending them out there even more because they find this thing when new. They find this thing when new and exciting.
And we're going to school together.
All right, thank you, brother Herbie. Can I follow you repeat the same thing over and over for the next 45 minutes, you know? Dollar Tree said the clothing is made to follow the trend. Lisa say, we as females know exactly what you are talking about. Facts. Marcia say, me not going to bash you I'm not going to bash your picnic and picnic. They're supposed to look like a child. So let's dwell on what Dollar Tree said early on. Is it true that the clothing, can be done telling already something I like? Should I say that's untrue? Like, no. If you don't, so you're telling, I know this, and I don't say know the people, I'm never calling the name. Them used to come on my church at Salvation Army. This lady has a couple of kids well. And I remember one of my friends was telling me that I think the youngest daughter was about 8 or 9. And she saw her over the same library I used to work. And that 9-year-old had on what appeared to be a thong. And when my friend called her and said, come here, what you doing in that? You know what the little 9-year-old say? Our mother buy it.
All right, look here. Next thing, right? You go up on that story. Ask how much fathers out there, how much man will listen to you if they ever go to the store and buy panty for them daughter.
So Nidus is asking me to ask all my listeners, the male listeners, do you ever go to the store and purchase underwear for your daughters? Question is not here.
I'm not putting this on the females alone, you know. Males need to take an active role. Males need to take an active role in their child's upbringing. I am, you know, it's a Father's Day gift me get and me just I take a drink out there because we are talking about kids and something. You understand? My Father's Day gift.
Nidus, Dollar Tree say they do make kids clothes for young kids, but as they become teenagers, it's hard to find a
No. Dollar Tree attack foolishness.
No, I excuse Dollar Tree I make for them.
Listen to me.
Carry that, don't talk to me, cause carry that, talk to me. Me I send you the link. Cause
DP and Dollar Tree. The trend goes out to how you spend your money.
But the question I want to ask her or anybody else who said this, so are you saying that every woman know are dressing X-rated? Because that's what that would mean, right, Nidus?
Yeah,
if there's
listen, brother, listen, Dollar Tree, me have 2 daughters, 113 and 116. And I don't permit them to go on the road and them tight up sitting there.
No, man, tights are for in your yard, man. You're tight in your
because
yard.
Look here, brother. See, me a one father, you know. Me a one father will make sure so my kids them just properly, you know. Because me know that there are predators out there, you know. Me know that there are vultures out there.
Then guess what happened? And I dislike when people follow society, because if you go on Twitter and say certain things, you know. I remember I was in a forum and they were discussing thing, and this man was saying, listen, men get turned on based on what they see. So if them see things, them or whatever, and you know the women and someone was bashing the man on the live on Twitter, they were saying, no, it's because you can't control yourself and a woman should be free to dress however she want and do whatever. And I'm like,
Damien.
And them love draft for the scenario to say, hear them. You must have heard it, Nidus. When man, whatever dangerous thing, because man I rape all woman in a long sleeve or long whatever and thing, and I'm like,
yeah, man, me ask a question, right? I know we're not Christian with the show, but I ask a question. Why do you think married men go to strip club? It's not because they want what is on the stage or what is on the pole. It's because that's everybody thing. No man now got a bar go look no wife.
True. That's true.
If you are advertising what you have for everybody, me I go look, the next man I go look. And if you look good, him I want a sample of it. That doesn't mean he want it for himself. But women are naive to believe that, oh, me I go show him this and I want it. And no, that's everybody material.
Yeah, yep. You always say, I always see kids out there and wonder which parents are buying these clothes. No, you let me tell you this. You have some mother who put them like a 12, 13 year old or something, and them said when I post all the picture of them about she sexy.
No father now buy that.
Yep. You have
no
mothers doing that, and she's sexy and she cute and she hot and she rare. Lisa say, yes, my husband does. Okay, so we have one person here, so our husband do buy.
Good man, make sure you don't lose him.
Him even buy mine. Take control of your children from a young age. My husband bought my daughter her first bra. That is from Yoli. Lisa said, preach. That Flame said, that's true. Dollar Tree said, I tried looking for clothes for my niece and everything is so exotic, looking and clingy.
Listen, man,
belly skin and all. Yeah, listen, belly skin and all. Marcia said, Dollar, sorry, I don't agree with you. Well, me go ask Dollar a while ago which part she go look. Because if you go a Victoria's Secret, if you go buy something for you, what you expect to see? And I'm sorry for giving advertisement, but I'm just saying.
Brother.
Victoria's Secret.
Brother, me going to Victoria's Secret, me and my 13-year-old daughter for go buy underwear. And my daughter looked at me and said, Daddy, can I get this one? I said, hell no. You're not buying that.
So
She
you're
said, why?
saying,
I said, you're 13.
never
You're
done
not doing
But
that.
You're saying there are choices even in Victoria's Secret. There
are
are
choices,
choices
brother.
that you don't have to look like exotic X-rated.
They are
I
choices.
don't know. I'm asking.
But the thing about it, a lot of us as parents want to be our kids' friends before we be their parents.
Tio. So we don't want them ball to and say, that don't look good. We want to be them friend and do what we know so they sit and look good. We still go with it. Y'all say they are
want to be their friend.
Y'all say nope. Y'all say they are clothes out there that is appropriate. Sister Overcomer say, good evening, DP. Real reasoning. As a mother, you have to live and set the right standard for your daughter. Dollar Tree say, it's clothes I am buying, not underwear. But Dollar Tree, maybe you need to tell us where you're shopping, and then don't, nobody call and say, because we're not going to free ad, but in the chat room, maybe mothers who buy decent outfit for your children, whatever age, tell me what age is the niece that you're looking for, Dollar Tree, and we can tell you where to get decent clothes. The Flame say, yes, they sell boy shorts. You only say, there are choices even in Victoria's Secret. I mean, why not? Guys, when I was in school, I was working at Elbrands and I was packing underwear. So I'm just being, facetious. I know that you don't have to have skimpy clothes. Or skimpy. Even the underwears don't have to be X-rated. But if
look
you
here, Damien, let me show you something. Let me show you something about the standard where you said. My kids know everything about me. Once my kids come in my car, then take it over. Then play their music and do whatever. And my kids know when I'm play music, it has to be clean. I know they listen to the dirty version of it. Me know that. Mm-hmm. But once they come in my car,
a different settings.
If it have a proper
if no, when they're on your friend and you want a phone, do whatever you want. Come and expect say them talk like Holy Mary don't do with them thing. But you can't get around me because society accept this and the effort. Because I've heard parents argue about it too and say, what the sense you are when them they alone them a play it? No, you play that by yourself. Play it by yourself, brother. My daughter come to my car, my daughter, Daddy, me hear me about this new song, me never listen to it yet. Me don't know if it have no profanity. Can I play it? I play it. And the first profanity drop, she stop it. Okay. Because she know your standard and boundaries. Because she know say, yo, that not work with Daddy. Exactly. We're getting some help from Dollar Tree this evening. Sis Elv say, where are your choices? All right, so she's looking clothes for 12 and 14-year-olds. So guys, mothers, please help her out. Y'all say my daughter is 17 and nothing she has is inappropriate. All right, good. So we are get help over this. So Keisha say, let me see what Keisha say here. It's very hard for me to shop for my little one because I don't like the off sleeve and the shoulders. It's size 12, so I buy her what at Nidus? Petite. Petite, like myself. Okay, cool. T-shirts and jeans never stop wear yet. You see, Kerry, that's why I like you. So not tell me nothing about you have to buy them clothes that I show off. Protect your kids, man. Protect your kids. Because hey, look here, Damien. My daughter, my 17-year-old daughter, my 16-year-old daughter, give me a. She said something to me, brother. I pick her up from school and she said something to me. Yo, I'm draw the brakes, Damien. Me want to jump out of the car. Mm-hmm. And my daughter know me so much, so she wait until she know time has elapsed where I wouldn't see the person when she tell me. Mm-hmm. My daughter then at McDonald's after school, and a man walk up to her and ask her for her number, and she turned to him and said, I am underage. And he said, okay, can I still have your number? My daughter gave him a fake number. I said, why did you do that? She said, Daddy, because me no want, tell him no one in get aggressive. I said, that time you call me. Because I'm sitting right now, my car outside. But I'm happy she's smart enough to de-escalate something that she could turn out. Because you have some man out there where they need to get a bullet, I agree. No, honestly, if my daughter did tell me that, if my daughter would call me on the phone and tell me that, brother. Yeah. So, sorry that I'm giving out ads this evening, but me need for help. So, Dollar Tree said that she was shopping in H&M. So, Yoli is suggesting Macy's, Gap, Old Navy, And I see over here, so is it Carida? Carida said Walmart, Burlington, Roses, Marshall, they still sell kids' clothes. Honestly, I think Walmart has proper dressing for the age. I was thinking that too when I was talking. People only can't find clothes because they are not looking. Kids' clothes, they want their kids to dress like them. Bam, 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 badam. Bam, bandim, bandim. Hey, that flame say that are smart. Yoli says,
Well,
if
thanks.
you at this store, there is appropriate clothing. And we're here to help each other, you know, because as I say, so right now, Dollar Tree won't have this problem finding clothes for her 12 and 14-year-old nieces. All right. Parents, please let us raise our children to be men and women of tomorrow. Yeah, man. I know it's frustrating. And I have a 15-year-old. So guess what? I'm at the place now where him feel like him for dress. We went somewhere the other day and he decided that he wanted to wear his Crocs. And I said, why? And people are me buy the Crocs. I hate Crocs. I don't know what to find in it, but that's that. Maybe I'm age, maybe I'm old. And when we went to the place, guess what happened to us? Him see a couple people in a Crocs. Him see one you two in a one sweatpants and in drop one thing. And I mean look at him and I said, Jelani, now tell me that look good and it look appropriate. Because look, me now I said nobody know where you know, but me I say you should not be the one, just like how we're looking at them now and I critique it. You should not be the one where over the side there. But guess what? Society a lot of times plays a role in how our children think. And a lot of us as parents, we don't do our job. So we just go with the flow, which that is not the job of a parent. I remember one shirt on me around 5, 6 and the mark, dare to be different. Dare to be what? Different. Not be the same and alike because that's my I do it and that's my because guess what? That is how you're gonna lose your kids to drugs and all of them wrong something there. Because it starts from that level.
But see, think about it, Damien. See, think about it. As a parent, nurturing and letting your child understand that it's okay to be different from their tender age is important.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I say? Because you see, look on me. Me's a man. From you know me, Damien. From your primary school. Me just do my thing.
All right.
Me no conform with nobody thing. And even to them here say, yo, me not just go and go like in bossy.
Yep.
Because me do my thing, I'm not follow nobody, I'm not come anchor on you, you know, comes on top of a table. So because people realize that you are different now, they're gonna try to exclude you from that group. It is okay to be excluded. Someone we need to understand and we need to teach our kids it's okay not to have friends. It is okay to be a loner. It is okay to go home and read a book. It is okay to go home and watch a movie.
Yes. Go do your homework.
It's okay to stay by yourself.
Yeah, man.
When you feel like you have to be a part of,
that is a problem.
So you get hurt.
That is a problem.
But look at most of them young girls that want to get raped. You know, things that their friend set them up.
Of course. And I've seen it on Facebook. Girls go tell to come over yard and left them in a room with whatever. Drink and smoke and all of these things.
If you train, if you grow your kids right, peer pressure would not affect them.
Yes. Janet says, good evening, DP. I have 2 young kids and my husband and I, her daddy goes shopping and the first thing I set an example for them to follow. I don't wear certain clothes and so are my kids. Child practice what they see are allowed. Yeah. See are allowed. And I see Carida over here saying that her 22-year-old dress whatever she please because she's buying her own clothes. No, that may have a problem with you see, if hold on, let me qualify it. Because if my 30-year-old still live with me under my roof, you're not step out of my house looking certain way. No. If you want to dress like a woman of the night, you're gonna live by your own and pay your own bill. So me now say because you work your own money, that means you dress any kind of way. If you're not living with me, then do whatever you want to do. You know what I'm saying? And I can't stop that. But I believe as long as you are the parent spending the money, buying the clothes, don't tell me no excuses about oh you can't find appropriate clothes. God, not no go so. Not no go so. Not no go so. So, anything finally on this? Because and back to parent as Nidos it said, me believe that girl that we're discussing Me feel like how an 8-year-old tell me that one time, Nidos, grade 2, boy, I behave himself, and me say, me I tell your mother, because yes, people I used to teach, I taught for 10 years. And the little 8-year-old look at me, Nidos, and say, tell him he not do nothing. I threatened him to tell his mother that he was misbehaving, because I know his mother. And the boy looked at me and said, tell him he not do nothing. I believe that 15-year-old girl at school that opened her blouse and all of these things to the teacher, I believe that if our mother here, nothing gonna come out of it. Also, I really wanted to talk about it because, hold on, Carla, we soon talk to you. I really wanted to talk about this because we have a culture to Nidos in Jamaica. You hear the girl said to the teacher, hold on, you're not like woman. So once a man make an approach, once a woman make an approach, a female, let me not say a woman, once a female, our society supports that. Once a female make an approach to a man, even if it's inappropriate, if him blow it off or try to resist it, he's now branded as a homosexual. One thing I'm going to share, and then you can do your final word on this, Didos, before we jump to the caller, or the caller change your mind. I remember playing at a party when I'm a bridging to get the work for me, right here in Columbus. And I want my wife now listen, because first me I say this. And I took a break to go eat some food, and one next guy did a DJ. And the daughter, which was a married woman, because I think there was the mother 68 or something like that. She came up to me, Nidos, and she grabbed my private and say, you're the one we paid to play, not him, when you're going back. And I went to me just straight me and laugh. And her husband was there in the same hall. And I went to my brethren and I shared it with him, and he must say, so what you going to do about that? You can't do nothing. I mean, I said, why life so unfair? Because I'm sure if I did me do that to a female, maybe right now I'm would have jail for sexual assault.
Double standard, brother. Double standard. Yeah. Double standard.
But she felt comfortable to come up and grab my private part, and then of course she talk about the business part, which me like she tell. She just see me and say, yo, you want to know, say, but me a decent youth. And not disrespect my wife and them something there and go, yeah, I say, woman married and
all
right, Nidos, final word on this part of the topic.
The thing is this, it's this says it take a community to raise a child, and it definitely does. Not only mother and father, it takes a community,
a village.
You understand? But the work starts at home. You understand? Ladies, stop trying to be your kid's friend. Fathers, stop trying to be your kid's friend. Be their parent before you be their friend. You understand? Because if you try to be their friend first, you cannot be their parent afterwards.
Yes. Well said, sir. All right, final comment, and then we move on to the next side of the show. Janet says, no, me think certain Christian people are going to cuss that if me feel the first word here, Janet. No, DP, as long as they live under my roof, they follow my rules, no matter if they are working or not. You want to dress certain way because you work, you need to be on your own. I agree. So we're moving on to the next topic. Women in advanced age. She's beautiful. She's educated. She have her money. What is the problem? Why is she single? Also, men. I'm going to share some comments from my Facebook page. So Barris here singing that is over you. Can a man be over women? Can a man reach a place to just say, yo, you want me? No, man, we're good.
I'm over you. Let's call it a day. Got news for you. Hip, hip, hooray.
Carla has been waiting. Good evening, Carla. Sorry about that. I think I did cut off. Hello? Check. Going once. Carla, me not hear you talking. All right, that person then already ready for talk to us.
Appreciate the things I want to do. Girl, you're too overbearing. Every minute of the day you're swearing. I could feel it coming. Knew it could not be everlasting. I'm over you. Let's call it a day. Got news for you. I'm glad we're through. Hip, hip, hooray. I'm over you. Let's call it a day. Got news for you. I'm glad.
All right, hold on, Uncle Bears. Let's try this again. Caller, you're live. Good evening.
Good evening, DP.
Welcome.
My My suggestion is if they can't find appropriate clothes, find a dressmaker.
In America, and New York, Dollar Tree says she there.
Okay. And train up the child in the way that he should go, that when they get old, they will
won't
not depart from it.
I agree with you. Thank you very much. Where are you calling from?
Canada.
Canada. So dressmaker there, Canada?
Of course. Yeah.
All right. Thanks for calling. You enjoying the show?
I am.
Thank you for
I
calling
always
in.
call every night. Yeah.
All right. Respect. All right. Thanks for calling. So, Naidos, you did see the post?
No, I actually did not, this week has been a busy week for me. I've not really been on social media that much.
Would that mean I make all up money? I like that. So I saw this.
Be careful, Iris. We might start look for me.
I saw this shared from Yakita community, and I shared it and I said, the answer is clear. So let me read the comments. It's 17. So the question is, when a lady is beautiful, educated, have money, but still single at an advanced age, what could be the problem? And this is relevant. More, I read all of the comment Facebook. We want to tell more relevant from irrelevant. So Prince, who normally they hear him say me coming early, but me not get no comment from him, so I guess him just logging and gone. Prince said, she is the problem. And I said, you saw when I flip it, him never reply. Rosemary, she normally joins us on a Sunday morning. She said, no problem. She is happier being single.
Lie.
Venice Grant say, she is miserable. And Venice, you need to be one, me guess one of them night. Suzette Phillips, my namesake, responded to Venice and say, we all are miserable about something. George McAnuff says, itch with a B in front of it. Suzette Phillips says, people can be single by choice. So me laugh at her, I say, ha ha. Yeah. Who else? Lana say, let's investigate. Big up Lana Miller. Kizzy say, attitude stink. Me like when Kizzy be fiery, see. Jasmine Kenlock says she is happy. Sylvia says busy. Deneva says she is single by choice. Lati says she is happy, no problem here. And she tags somebody in it. All right? So that is the version with females, advanced females deciding that, not deciding, advanced females happy, what is it? What they say? Them have money, blah, 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 all of that, but is single. What is the problem? Right? And you guys can answer in the chat as well. But I'm finding where I post about males and I want to contrast the responses. So this. But Naidos, you said the answer easy. So let me listen to you before I find this. What is the answer? Naidos?
The older a woman get, the lower her value is.
Boy, carefully now. I make them flingstone in my back.
It is just the truth.
The last time we talked. Okay, see it here. Hold on, all your comments, make we get this in. So this is the contrast. When a man is educated, employed, have money, but still single at an advanced age, what could be the problem? Now listen to these responses. Listen to these responses from persons who comment. And it's on my Facebook page. If you like to see my post, you can just go and follow Damian Phillips. That's DAMIANPHILLIPS, Damian Phillips. So Carlington said, brainwash, but having money is not wealth. Sonia said, good question. Vince Grant says, impotent. Sophia Phillips, that is just over there, so say, it's just that they cannot find the right woman or him don't really know who he's looking for. And this is one comment. I see him Sophia over there, so we say people single by choice. Don't need us. So yep. Sophia, where you there, Sophia? Yeah, Phillips, me can't call her name. So women can be single by choice, but something wrong with the man. I can't find whatever. Tamara Natty Davis say, an abuser. So Tamara went straight to abuser to say, him the man have money, whatever, he's an abuser. That's why he's not a woman. Lakita say, he's at peace. And it would have to take a good woman to change that. Kizzy Naidos, over there, so we say whatever, She said his private part is dead, but she used the Jamaican colloquial term. A cock with a Y at the end of it. Janelle says him dirty ways. Suzette Phillips said, no, that was Sophia Phillips I read earlier, not Suzette Phillips. Suzette Phillips said, maybe been to hell and back. Terry Farr, that used to be one of my contributors. I try to get her on the show and accept none of me invites them. But Terry Farr commented and she said, no problem. The man like how him life set. He is content. Bernard say, and me like the comment them from the Winston Bernard say, he is stingy. Another word for mean. Shanice Johnson says, he has been hurt by women over and over, so he's protecting himself from us creatures. Yo, women find them woman if you say them something here.
Yo,
Shirley Riley said he doesn't want to be bothered.
I love that comment, the DP. Me love the second to last comment that you read.
The one that Shani said he has been hurt by women over and over, so he's protecting himself from us creature.
Me love that.
Okay. So we're talking about the first part. So we think about a woman who is advanced. You started and I think I cut you to get this in. A woman is an advanced age, and we're going to say any
a while ago. Mr. My friend Kerry that attacked me a while ago.
What she say?
What she say again? What Kerry that say?
It was a question. I see a question mark.
Yeah, with a question mark. She attacked me.
So she did say.
I love Kerry though.
Let's jump to the phone line. And yes, guys, the rest of the show you can call at your leisure. Good evening. You're live on Caribbean Radio HD3. Good evening.
Good evening, DP. It's me again from Canada.
Not a problem.
Sometimes they have health issue.
So the penis not stand up.
And they know if they pick up a woman, the woman just going to use them just for the money.
Yeah, but I've heard that there are people, especially mature people, now finding different ways to satisfy each other. So that not because him penis can't get an erection, which me here said what is something named Levy can't help with that. But not because him penis can't stand up, that I mean him can't satisfy and get some enjoyment from. I've had fun with women where it wasn't no intercourse.
You must get wally for bondo.
No, I don't believe that. There are women who they will not give bond. They will just work with the situation and find ways to, So you're telling me now, hold on, I'm a married man or something. You're telling me now, say, if
my penis answer a question.
Hold on, if my penis stop stand up, me I go get bond?
Of course, some woman will go get
that are some. Not them.
Yeah, I have a question for you, Oscar.
Right, Naidos.
What percent of your relationship is based off of sex?
Carla, you hearing the question?
What did the question say?
Naidos is asking you, I guess, what percentage of your relationship is based on sex?
Probably money.
Wait. No. So he's asking what percentage of the entire relationship would you base sex on? So is it 50% of your relationship, 90%, 40%, 30%? What percentage?
100%.
Your relationship is based on sex 100%. 100%. And I better say, me ask her if she have a man, she gonna say no, neither. You bet me?
No, I'm single.
See there. Thank you very much. My God. See what Naidos? What me a prophet? What me just saw a while ago. She say it's 100%. Because guess what? And we can tell her this. Just a look one woman, and she not have no time, and she whatever she not, and she wait until a little bit after that. See a man go like she want it every minute. Yeah. Naidos, me cut you off again. Go. Hold on, we did find what Kerry does, right?
Yeah.
Yes, we were doing that. Oh no,
Kerry
she on her own.
Kerry asked me if the same thing go for me. Because I talk about the value.
Oh, hold on, we soon reach us, sir. You're mad? Arwa, your dressmaker is everywhere. Me never know that. DJ Mookie. Yo, big up yourself, my brethren. Big up. So I see him for Naidos. No, yeah. men value don't go. No, you say you want to answer question. Sorry, go ahead.
Carry that. The fact is this. This ties into our first topic, Damien. Mm-hmm. We're talking about girls mature earlier than men. So girls tend to want to look at older men because they are already mature. You understand what I'm saying? So the younger man is, the less value is. The older he is, the more him get him stuff together.
Talk
He
truth.
put him thing together, start making money, start establish himself. You know, he's no more looked at an authority figure. And as the report that the report that you read, woman like man who take charge.
Dr. Lakin
Woman love man who's in
women in
charge.
position. Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? So the older the man get, the more his value, the more his value go up. Now, for most men, the older a woman get, the less the woman is valued. Because most men are look on stiff breasts. Now, you reach certain age of some kids, unless you go to surgery, breast not go stiff.
You know, have that.
Yeah, it's gonna take a mature man to understand, say, you know what? This is the woman age, and this is what the woman has gone through. So here, he's gonna find techniques to do whatever he's got to do.
Because a couple of weeks ago, we kind of towed the line with here, and I think I said something. I don't remember if you were my guest or who it was, but a lot of my listeners on Caribbean Radio took offense to it, and I don't know why people take offense to I think it was Sister Faith that called in and she had a problem with it, and me did use a scenario and she agreed with it. Because I asked her, Nidos, would you go and purchase a car with 3,000 miles on it?
Stop, Damien, stop. Let me answer the question where you go ask.
No, me share this story because I
don't need to share the story because I know where you go with it. You know where you go with it.
Is she said yes, she would buy the car because whatever. And me like you would have
put why she said
one 1982 car when you can get one 2024 car with. Why she said that, Nidos?
Because you need to understand this. People come up with rationale and excuses to support whatever lifestyle they had lived or stuff that they would do.
Suzette there. Thanks, Suzette. Maria comment. Yes.
You understand what I say?
Yes.
Now, if you find a woman if you find your woman start hang out with a bunch of women who are cheat from their husband and everything.
She gonna start cheat too.
And not necessarily. Let me finish my point. If you're a woman starting with a bunch of women who are cheat and she start come up with excuses for that, that's something she gonna do. Or something she interested in do, or something that she has been done in the past.
So once she's justifying it, that's what you're saying. So
once she's justifying it,
husband, whatever.
Yes, that category.
Yes. Let's jump to the phone line. Caller, good evening. You're live.
Good evening, DP.
How are you doing,
Mr. Snyder? I'm all right. This is Big Ten calling from Hartford, Connecticut. Listen,
I first say I call me.
I first may I call you, but
name? What's the name?
Big
Maybe
Ten.
Not you're good.
Big Ten.
Big Ten.
Big Ten.
Yes.
Hi, Big Ten.
Yeah. Nido, you said that the older the man is, the more value he has. That's in assets, sweetie. Not in. So what happened is you were talking about how if the man is older, he has more value. Yeah, because he's more older, he's more established. He have, maybe properties, whatever, 401k, all this other stuff. So in assets, he is. But the younger the guys are, we know the stamina. So I was like, okay, for me, a woman who have the education and have her own money, the reason why we're single, or most of us are single, is because we could use our money and pay for what we want, get satisfied, and keep it moving. And we don't have to put up with the foolishness that goes on and on and on and on. That doesn't mean that we're miserable. That don't mean we have cobwebbing anywhere. That don't mean anything. Just that we've seen it, been there, done that, have the T-shirt, have a plaque, and we just don't want to be bothered. We have our money, we could pay for what we want, we get it, and we move it, keep it moving. That's it.
Let me address that. Carla, I agree with you.
Yeah.
So you find, and if you ever listen to any if you ever listen to me on this program before, or even on my program when I used to do
every night
my program, you understand my thing. Men are intimidated. Well, most men are intimidated by successful women. That's the first hurdle right there. So you find you have a twin sister, identical, but you dress business-like, and your sister dressed in skimpy clothes that shows her body. Everybody's going to approach your sister and not you, because most men are intimidated by successful women, right? That's one. Secondly, some of those successful women believe that every man needs to bow to them because they make more money than the man. They are there set to lead. No. Respective of your earning power, a man is made to lead.
Are women with complexes.
I didn't hear you. Repeat that.
I said those are women with complexes. Because, I mean, I love the way that everybody loves to come on and they say, oh, you know, women who have their education, they want us to bow and all. Those are women with complexes. Those are women with different issues. It's not all of us who are established with our education and our degrees and we're making more money than whoever it is, even our own spouse, want them to bow. It's just because, and it, to me, it's a complex. But
no, I agree with you.
Hold on, let's finish. Go ahead.
What I do notice is men are very insecure when their woman makes more money. But then this is what I said, and I said it this morning to somebody else. If you got a problem with me making all this money, boss, then step up your game.
Me can't get that input. Me can't come in now. First, let me read one comment from Lisa. Lisa said, some of them are too independent and think her money validate her, always looking for a man to be their equal. Before she continue. So you're my fine Big Ten. When you say step up the game, if the man have a problem with it, you the problem with some man have. I mean, attack on behalf of the brothers them. You have no from no woman who have no money, and here I go say no money, a fool no money. And at the man, and then on the draft for the scripture, we talk about, oh, you're the head of the house, and a man that cannot provide for his family is worse than an infidel and must be. You hear me? I say, if you have your money and your money can be within the house, just like how the man that do, then that means the complex you talk about, you have an issue there. So, but me have a question for you.
Yeah.
What is the foolishness that you say you because you have your money and the education, you're not putting up with man? Like what? Give me an example.
So the example is this, okay? Speaking from experience with my girlfriends and everybody else. So,
your girlfriend, them single or they married?
They're married. So, so most of my girlfriends that I have, they have education and they're married. And most of them husbands don't make the money that they made. Okay. Some of them are APRNs, nurses, whatever, right?
Yes.
My thing, it depends on where the relationship comes in. Men tend to have, to me, and I love it, they're like peacocks, they puff up, and they just extravagant. But then when you meet me, you know that I have my degree. If you don't have my degree, if you don't have any degree, it's up to me if I want to talk to you. And I'm still going to say that sometimes when you hear a woman say certain things, it's their own complex and their own things, right? But you could have relationships where the woman makes more money or whatever it is, and the man don't feel no kind of way. The problem is, here's what I'm talking about: people who have money.
So, like, you forget my question, though.
We don't want to put up with your drama and your cheating and your lying and your infidelities and all your ism and schism. So that's what I mean by what I say. We have what we want. We could just go pay for what we want, go away somewhere for a nice weekend, get ourselves treated nice, and come back home smiling and go continue running our business and do what needs to be done. I hate when men complain, DP.
All right, one thing else I say about this, and then I go left you and I just talk. You see, any woman who are worried about the man a cheat, that means something wrong with her. You don't have a dog. No, you don't hear me. I say you don't have a dog in your yard, and him stray go over the neighbor go look food if you're feeding him. Anytime one man stray, is something wrong with the woman. But me done talk. You and I just can't talk. Me done. Me I read them comment over here. So. Me not nothing more to say. If that's your fear, if that's your fear to not being in a relationship because you don't want to be cheated on, that means something wrong. So you want to talk to me? Come on, be a counselor. You know, let me tell you. Talk to me. Me can't help you. You want me to be a counselor?
So, I want to say something about that. I want to say something about that.
She asked me, and then unite us. Go ahead, 10.
You're automatically saying that if the woman has her education and everything else, and a man stray, or either she does not, forget education, forget anything. So you're basically what you're saying is, if a man stray from his yard, if the stray from him roost, it's because of the hen. Come on, God made man a specific way. Did you not hear how many?
Hold on there, Carla.
You're not help yourself, Big Ten. You're not help yourself. You just shoot yourself in the foot a while ago in the argument there. You're not helping yourself.
Big Ten.
No, not
Big Ten.
Something wrong.
Neither want to talk to you. Neither want to talk.
Big Ten. It is a perception that men cheat. You understand what I say? Hear me out. Me and you are friend. We are bona fide friend. I told we got one bar. And we decide that we are going with somebody tonight. Who is more likely to take home someone? Me or you?
You.
Hell no. Hell no.
No, neither. Wait.
I feel like I'm continue that topic next week. You know, I'm not even touch it yet.
Neither. That's why you can't make generalized statements because I'm going off of who I am. I'm not going to go on with anybody.
No.
Because it's not me.
Big Ten, hear me out. Big Ten, hear me out. Hear me, Big Ten.
You put it wrong, Nidos. You should say in general. You say you and her.
In general, a man and a woman, two good friends, they go out and say, yo, I need to get laid tonight. Man and woman got the same bar. Out of the man or the woman, who is more likely to go home with someone else?
If they want to.
I'm sorry, I have to say the guy.
You see, you
Victor,
talk about
which world are you
complex.
living in?
You talk about complex. Let me try put forward the question again. In general, if a man and a woman want to have sex tonight, who is more likely to get the sex? And take money out of it. So we're not paying for it.
Oh, you're adding stuff. So, okay.
No, but that doesn't mean.
That me talk. Just sex.
No, we not promote prostitution. Because a woman, even if you live in our house and the man pay your bills and you just give him sex, you're a prostitute. You're selling sex. We're not talking about not selling no sex. We're talking about you just want to get laid. That's the term American use. Out of a man or a woman tonight, who is more likely to get sex? That is what Nidos is asking.
A woman is most likely to get it.
All right.
Yeah, because.
All right. Thank you for that answer. Thank you for that answer. So here we go. Big Ten, it's more easier for a woman to cheat than a man.
And we do it better too, and we're slicker and smarter.
I know you guys do it better.
Why man now worry about David when Uno can get bun? Why you are worried about David one man because you go get bun? If not, no, sorry, Damien, you say you're done. Damien, you say you're done. My time.
Big Ten. I'm hanging up now. We're not.
Big Ten. No, don't hang up, Big Ten.
You're not hang up.
Don't hang up. You are the problem. Where are you from, Big Ten?
Mishabu,
Clarendon by way of New York.
Clarendon. All right. Here what the problem, Big Ten. I take it from me. Me a Portlander. Me a Jamaican. Just
I'm not taking nothing from you, but go on.
Google.
Big Ten, listen to me. You see, Jamaicans, I can't talk about Jamaicans and Black Americans. Me look right now at camera now, so I hope you watch when me talk. You guys are not trained to be a wife. You guys are trained to be strong and independent.
Why?
I have no idea.
All right, man.
This is how I train. This is how I train my daughters. Wait. This is how I train my daughters.
There's no man. There's no man. There was no man. There was no man. It's the man.
So hold on there. You ever ask grandmothers and mothers and great grandmothers why the men are missing? Because most of the time men get blamed for stuff that they are not doing enough.
Lady Rose say you will die miserable with your money. I wonder if I 10 share talk. Anyway, people, I really have to wrap up the show now. It's 5 minutes to, and me think me gonna lose radio. But Big Ten, I was being serious a while ago though. You say you're single because you don't want to put up with foolishness from men, and the first thing you mentioned was cheating.
Wait, let me correct that. I am not single. I am a married woman. I am.
Nidos, and that she come up on the show and say? She not say we women who are independent and thing, and you see you, Big Ten, me like you. Make sure you call next week.
Big Ten, go subscribe to my page because my life.
Make sure you call next week, yeah?
I will. I listen every week, but when I step on it today,
I'm glad me do that. I'm glad. Thanks for calling.
No problem. Bye.
All right, bye-bye. Nidos, we're at the end of the show, sir. And everybody has said we need to have a part 2 because, so talk to me. In closing, what you want to leave with the people?
At the end of the day, just know your worth. And irrespective of your status in life, your financial status or where you are, just remember that you're a human being. You understand what I say? And treat people like how you want to be treated. If you don't want the man go fuck back, sorry. My apologies. My apologies. If you don't want to be cheated on, don't cheat on the person. You understand? Treat people as you want to be treated. I'm sorry. I just get a little too candid right there. I thought I was on a different program.
Aye, sir. Why? All right. Thank you, Nidus. Talk to you another time.
All right, brother.
Cool. So let
You
me
answer my question. I ask that question privately. You answer my question.
I got answer. Let me see.
All right, cool.
Again, I sincerely apologize for that. I mean, bear in mind, there's everybody doing live these days, and I keep on saying it. We're on radio and radio. I can't control every single thing. And
I'm sorry, guys.
I apologize, and I'm apologizing profusely too. So yeah, we do. All right. So let me go with these comments. Some of we want to be the man still, and that can't work if you're with a real man. Bridget says, Lady Rose says, Sister Bridget, did you look it up? What not talk about? True, that nurse, Mishibu. Lady Rose, yes, I did. Very unique and interesting. We'll continue research. What not talk about? I will get the best of us at times when you have your education and your money. Good night, DP. That's from Kerisha. 2 bull can rain in a 1 pen. 2 we can not be egotistic. Yole said no, but a man could say the same thing too. True. Karida said good night, everyone, and give thanks to the Almighty. All right, Karida depend on different. Carisha depend on different platform now. She not answering the question. Lisa said she's not answering the question. Yole said let me read it properly. Why it has always has to be about cheating. Thank you very much, Yoli. Can me ask her, me say, why thing? And she said, but she don't want to put up in the cheating, however. No, she had to me she's a married woman. Good night, Sister Flames. But hold on there. I disagree, DP. It's not her fault. 1 minute too. Handing you over to Sister Ingrid right about now. Keisha said, but hold on there. Does she hear herself? That's from Yoli. Sounds like issues to me. Kerisha said, what's the topic? Okay, you need to come 8 o'clock at night time. You hear? Yoli said, no. Lady Rose said, Flames, it's true. I can have $1 million, travel the world, and still not the same. Like if you go with your partner. Part 2 next week, DP from a producer, The Flames. Ali Mark said, obviously, this ain't my conversation. Good night. Lisa say, so why you comment, Alan Mark? If it's not your why people do this? Lisa say, I hope the money and education keep her warm. The Flame say, Lisa. Mishibu say, I'm reading all the things, so now hear me no more. I cut to get cut off. Mishibu say, nurse, give someone else a chance to talk. No, man, leave her alone. Me like her vibes. Both, Olande. Yes, really. What Orlando? I don't know Orlando from. Really seriously, which we both cheating. Mishibu say Flames. Some of us in denial. Make it make sense. Real talk. Commercial. Where I come from. the Flames say commercial. Where I come from. I can only say about Orlando. Sure. Good night, Sister Lady Rose. DP, please continue next week. Interesting topic. That's from Maxine B. Keisha say good night to everyone and give thanks. All right, no more. All right, that's it. My God.
Something new. Sweet you now. Oh, na. Sweet you now. All hell breaking loose. I'm over you. Yeah. Let's call it a day. Got news for you. I'm glad we're through. Hip, hip, hooray. I'm over you. Let's call it a day. I got news for you. I'm glad we're through. Hip, hip, hooray. All you want is a fun life. Maybe I don't have enough for you. No, I gotta find me someone who appreciate the things I wanna do. Oh, girl, you're too overbearing. Every minute of the day you're swearing. I could feel it coming. Knew it couldn't be everlasting. I'm over you. Let's call it a day. Got news for you. I'm glad you're hip, hip, hooray. I'm over you. Let's call it a day. Got news for you. I'm glad you're hip, hip, hooray. throw it away. You got things for today. I'm over you. I've got news for you. I'm glad that you will give it right. I'm over you. Got news for you. I'm glad that you will give it right. I'm over you. Got news for you. I'm glad that you will. If people right, I'm over you.